Hey, welcome back, Paulding County Virtual Academy students. Today what we're going to be doing is we've got our next lecture here in U.S. history. Today we're going to be covering the topic of manifest destiny and Western expansion. So let's go ahead and kind of jump right into the information that you'll need to be successful on your next quiz and on your next unit test. So we're going to go ahead and kind of go backwards just a little bit. And we want to go back to kind of really about the early kind of 1800s. And so we've already kind of touched on this subject just a little bit. And one of the big themes of the 1800s is how the United States was moving westward. And that movement westward had really kind of started all the way back with our desire for the Ohio River Valley before the beginning of the American Revolution. And we acquired land thanks to our winning the American Revolution in that Treaty of Paris of 1783. And then we had acquired all of this land right over here in 1803 from France with the Louisiana Purchase. Well, what we're going to start to do, and we've already mentioned this before, is we're going to want to really kind of expand all the way to the Pacific Ocean, all the way over here. And this movement west is going to be called Manifest Destiny. Now, manifest destiny, what it means is it means our obvious future. And so during this early part of the 1800s, really from 1800 all the way through the 1850s, Americans are going to start to flood into the West. And we're going to go there for really two big things. And these are the two things that you need to know. Number one of the big things that's going to bring us west is land. People want land, whether it's to acquire it for its mineral resources such as gold, or whether it's, the new opportunity to be able to be a farmer. And that was one of the really big things. We had a lot of people wanting to be farmers that wanted to move west. And so those two things, land and gold, are going to bring a lot of people out west. Now, a lot of people, advocates, people that supported Manifest Destiny, are going to really talk about how, moving westward was okay because of the superiority of American institutions. Basically, we were superior to what was already out there. And of course, the group that was out there was Native Americans. And so one of the big results of Manifest Destiny is that Native Americans are going to lose a lot of their territory as Americans are going to move westward. And the painting that you see right here, this is called American Progress. It was painted in 1871 by a painter named Mr. Gast. And so we see this kind of westward movement of America. As a result, Native Americans will lose territory. The United States is going to grow in size as we continue to move westward. And eventually, another major result of Manifest Destiny is that we were seen as a world power now. Now, there's another kind of thing that's going on, though, too, with Manifest Destiny. There's also political causes of Manifest Destiny, and one of the biggest political causes of Manifest Destiny and of Western movement is over the issue of slavery. And in particular, this was because of the addition of the state of Missouri. Now, Missouri on this map is going to be right over here, and as Americans are going to move westward, many of them start to move into that what we call Missouri Territory. Now, Northerners didn't want Southern states to increase their power in the national government. And thanks to the 3/5 compromise, is with the how slaves were counted towards population, this was a big concern for Northern states. And so as that population of the Missouri Territory increased, it was soon going to become the state of Missouri. And the problem is that if Missouri entered as a slave state, the South would have two more senators than the North. And that would give the South too much power. We were still kind of very divided between North and South at this time. Now, to solve this issue, in 1820, Henry Clay is going to negotiate what's called the Missouri Compromise, sometimes also referred to as the Compromise of 1820. Now, this preserves the power of balance in the Senate. And so it does so in the following way. Missouri, right here, is going to become a slave state. So you're going to have two senators from a slave state that are going to come into the U.S. Senate. And then what they're going to do is Maine, which was actually part of Massachusetts at this particular point, they're going to become a free state. In addition to this, they're also going to outlaw all slavery in the Western territories above the 3630 line of latitude, which On the map right here is this green line that you see right over here. And so this is going to hopefully in the future prevent arguments between North and South about the extension of slavery. So what we wanted to kind of really cover today, once again, is the following ideas. Number one, make sure you understand what the concept of manifest destiny is. That's the idea that the United States was going to expand to the Pacific Ocean. Number two, understand the three kind of results of this idea of manifest destiny. That Native Americans are going to lose territory, the U.S. is going to grow in size, and that we're going to be seen as a world power. Know the two reasons why people are moving westward. That's for land and for gold. Also, make sure that you know that there's the political element, especially of slavery, with the Missouri Compromise, that is a major part of this Western movement as well. And that Missouri Compromise, or the Compromise of 1820, which lets Maine and Missouri in as both a free and a slave state respectively, will help to end the problem, at least temporarily. All right, until next time, have a great day. Bye for now.